Have you ever been stuck in a rut when it comes to your hair? And you thought, I really want to do something different with my hair, but you don't really want to cut the length, you don't really want layers. And you thought, maybe I want to do bangs. Well, guess what? That's where I am right now, and I'm sure many of you have been there or are there right now thinking exactly the same thing. I'm going to show you how to cut wispy fringe or bangs to where it's going to change up your hairstyle. Not a huge commitment. They're not going to be kind of the short elementary school bangs. They're going to be a little more trendy, and you are still going to be able to wear your hair back or blend your bangs into the rest of your haircut. All right, you guys, let's get into it. As you guys can see, I don't have any bangs, and I really don't have a whole lot of framing around my face. I am 37, and I've noticed I have a lot more wrinkles on my forehead. And this is a perfect way to hide those wrinkles, make you feel a little bit younger, and it's not gonna be a huge commitment compared to straight across bangs. Another great thing that I love about doing bangs is it's gonna change up your hairstyle. So you guys ready to cut some bangs? Who thinks I'm gonna regret this? Leave me a comment down below and tell me if I should be doing this or not. I'm not scared. Okay, so we have freshly washed hair, but it has dried a little bit. And I always part my hair on the right side. So we are going to do that right now. So normally this is exactly how my hair looks. I have a super long face. It's a little bit more rectangular. And so doing a fringe is going to really kind of change the shape of my face. To start it, I'm gonna pop up a picture right here. And this is the look I'm kind of going for. I'm not gonna go quite as heavy on kind of the top part of my forehead, but I want them to be a little bit wispy. I want them to just lay nicely and blend in with the rest of my hair. So the commitment of them are not super time consuming whenever it comes to either growing them out or even styling them. First, you wanna start off with re-wetting your hair or start with wet hair. Then we need to decide on, are we going to wear our hair still parted and then have some of this hair kind of towards this front be fringy onto the sides? Or do I want to change my part a little bit and go with closer to kind of a middle part and then have this stuff kind of come down and be a little fringier? I think that's what I'm gonna do. I can always shift or adjust my part. It's not gonna be a huge deal, but I do kind of wanna change this look or the style just a little bit. Next, what we're gonna do is you need to make sure you have obviously a comb. As always, in the description box, I will go ahead and list everything so it's super easy for you guys to kind of go back and review. But you're gonna need a comb, a pair of shears, texturizing shears. These are the ones that have the little teeth on them. Or you can also use a feather razor. These are gonna be wispier. This is kind of the new trend that's gonna be coming in 2023. We kind of are seeing it a little bit right now, but wispier, more blended, not super heavy or blunt. Then you're also gonna need a comb because you wanna make sure you have super clean sections. That way, if you ever need to trim these later, it's gonna be really easy to follow. As you can see on my hairline, I do kind of recede, if you will, super kind of far back. So if I only take kind of this front section, I'm gonna have a hole right here. So I always like to make sure I'm getting enough kind of around this front hairline section, so that way if I ever pull my hair back, I'm not gonna have a huge gap there. So you may also wanna do that, so when you wear your hair down, it doesn't look silly and you don't have that hole. And we are gonna clip this up and out of the way, and then we are gonna make sure we are even. As you guys can see right here, I'm not quite even, so we're gonna make sure we are grabbing a very clean section. So then you start yourself off with success before you even begin to cut. Then we're gonna do that same thing on this other side. This is kind of my thinner side, so we'll start taking this hair, and we do want to make it fairly even just because we want to make sure that it's easy to replicate. But as you can see, I have a lot more hair on this side than I do this side. So we are going to take this a little further back into my hair than what I did on my left side. Okay, took a little bit of time, but I wanted to make sure I got it exactly the way I wanted. So as you can see, I have the whole kind of front section. I did take this side back a little further than this left side, just because I do not have as much hair, but not by a lot. I just kind of did more of a C curve on this, and this is what we're gonna work with. Again, like I said, I am going to try to stay close to the middle before I start trimming. So as you can see, kind of this look where it's super flat doesn't really do a whole lot for my face shape, just because I am so long in the face. But if you can see, when I start kind of holding this hair up, and then if I layer it, I am going to have a lot more movement. It's gonna kind of open my face and widen my face with giving kind of more of the layers around my face, so I have width to cancel out that longness. So we are going to start, I want majority of my hair to be closer to cheekbone length, maybe just a tiny bit longer, because you want to be a little conservative, because what happens if you cut your hair? You can't put it back on, so be conservative. And we are going to take this front section, and we're gonna hold our fingers at a slight angle, making sure the tip of my fingers is gonna land where I want to start that very first cut. Now we're gonna do a technique called a slide cut. Your scissors or shears are gonna be facing straight down, and we are just going to open and close those scissors to slide down that section. Okay, so now that we have some of it cut, I will tell you, while you start going in, if you go back too far into your hair, you're gonna create a big chunk. So I always like to grab kind of that first section and just start cutting without grabbing all of the hair, so then I can slide and almost face frame around the front. So we're gonna do that now and kind of add. As you can see on this section right here, we start short and then we're gradually gonna start going longer. Just like that. So as you guys can see, gradually went short to long. Trim a little bit of that. And this is just gonna be kind of our rough draft on really kind of these fringy bangs. We're gonna do exactly the same thing that we did to the left side to our right side. Grabbing the hair, and it's gonna be a little bit different because obviously your hand is going to be facing a different way because I am right-handed. Now my hands are gonna be pointing straight down, but still starting the cut right at that cheekbone length. And we are going to try to hold our scissors again straight down and gradually start sliding down our hair. Then I always like to take these two front pieces and then make sure they're hitting at the same spot. Do a tiny bit more on this right side. Okay, and then we're going to blend in the rest of this hair. Okay, so now we're gonna add this bottom section, and we are going to just start blending it into the rest of that hair that we cut towards the front and the fringe area. It's all about measuring and double checking to make sure we have the same lengths on each side. Just like that. Now it's all about fine tuning. Again, like I showed you the picture before, pop it up again for you. I'm not gonna do as fringy across the front, but I do wanna have a little bit shorter pieces kind of around my eyes. Whenever you cut the hair close to your eyes, it draws everybody's focus right on those eyeballs. And so I do wanna have just a few shorter pieces around the front. This is when you can take the razor. It doesn't cut as blunt as scissors or shears will. You do want to be careful. I did just put a brand new blade in this, so if you have a new blade, it cuts pretty fast and pretty quickly. So you want to have a super soft touch with it. But we are going to grab, again, just kind of more this front section, and this is going to just soften kind of those ends. So then I have more of a feathered look, and then we are going to shorten it just a little bit. Okay, so just like that. So then it kind of just goes right around my eye, and we're gonna do exactly the same thing on this side. Okay, and then you still wanna make sure you are measuring and that it is even. So as I told you before, this side is my heavy side. So this is when I'm gonna take my texturizing shears, and it just has those little teeth on them, and it's just gonna remove some bulk on my heavier side. You're not gonna go over the piece a bunch, just to kind of soften up kind of the bulkier spots on your hair, so then it just kind of blends a little bit better. If you guys are liking what you see with this new fun kind of fringy bangs or wispy bangs, I want you to leave me a comment down below and tell me where you are watching from. And as always, I love seeing you guys subscribe and comment and liking these videos. So please do not hesitate to do that now or right before you leave. Go ahead and hit that red subscribe button, or you can also hit that thumbs up and I will get notified that you guys are loving these YouTube videos. So now we are going to measure again, just to be sure we are getting the same lengths everywhere. As you can see, this side I have just kind of too long of a piece really close to kind of my cheeks. It needs to be blended just a tiny bit more right in that section. And then to soften kind of this top stuff, we're gonna just kind of texturize the ends just a little bit because this is my thinner side. Now, as you can see, I don't have a whole lot of layering kind of through this top section. If I want it to blend into the rest of my hair, I should layer it just a little bit. While you are layering bangs, you're gonna do each little section, but you wanna make sure when you're holding it straight up at that 90 degrees, you let these front pieces fall out. If you do not let the front pieces fall out, you're gonna start taking too much off of that perimeter or the stuff that is the length of your bangs. So you let just a tiny bit fall out, and then you're gonna hold up that section, and we are going to just point cut to layer it just a little bit, and we're gonna just move on to that very next section, doing exactly the same thing, letting the perimeter fall. So we're not removing the length, and then do a little point cut. And as you can see, it just really kind of softens that top layer so it's not so thick looking. And then we're gonna move on down, doing exactly the same thing, removing the perimeter so we don't lose that length in the very front. Hold up that section, and you're gonna notice I'm gonna have some super long pieces because I gradually went down, and so we're not gonna cut too much, we're going to angle it. So you can see kind of these longer fringier pieces. We are just going to slightly layer it just a little bit so I'm not taking too much off of it. And as you can see, it blends it a lot more and it's a little lighter looking compared to this other side. But now we're gonna do exactly the same thing. Up that section, take the perimeter out so we're not losing that length of the bangs, and then point cut. Go over about a ½ inch, grabbing that hair, dropping out your perimeter or the length of your fringe or bangs, and layering. Okay, again, we're gonna have kind of this long fringy stuff, and we are going to make sure we cut those layers at an angle to where it gradually goes to a longer length, and voila! As you guys can see, I do have a little texture to my hair, a little bit of curl, so it is gonna curl, so I will have to style these to kind of get the look that I want, but it just softens the hair around my face, adds a little bit of width to my face, so my face does not look nearly as long. And then depending on how I style, it is going to hide that forehead, wrinkly kind of top stuff that I feel like ages me, and just really soften it right around my face. Tell me what you guys think in the comments. Did I make a huge mistake, or is it a fringe bang win? I hope so. You know, it's always, whenever you do bangs on your hair, sometimes you love them, sometimes you hate them, but you know, this is a great change for my hair, so I feel like I have something a little bit different, but I still have all my length and it does not change my hair too much. I hope you guys like this video. I'm gonna do a video on now how to style these, so stay tuned for that. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.